What's the biggest difference in you right now than 12 months ago?
Well, I'm older, and I've developed physically and mentally as an athlete. I've seen more. Of course that helps, but I feel like I can anticipate some of the things that are going to happen. Coming off the summer, I've seen a lot of good arms and a lot of good baseball. So I feel like I'm more prepared, and I've kind of took on more of a like a leadership role on a team, I guess I could say. It's probably what's more of a difference between me from this year and last year.
Yeah, what did it mean to be voted as one of the leaders in this group this year?
I think that's probably one of the biggest honors I could ever come to, given all the leaders and all the good leadership that's in that locker room. I mean, you have guys like Gunnar and Handsome and Castles and all the seniors, who have helped mold me as a player. I think that reflects more about them than me being such a leader.
Coach was saying that obviously the pitching's young and he's relying on the hitters this year to be the experienced guys. So, how much of an onus is that put on you guys really to produce at the plate, even though he has a difficult schedule?
Yeah, I think we actually owe it to the pitching staff more than anything. I mean, like Coach Robe says, we don't want to leave anything about last year, but I mean, kind of speaks for itself. It's kind of our job to kind of do something at some point with a young pitching staff. I wouldn't say it's a burden. I think it's just we just go do what we do and we're going to be all right.
He spoke a lot to us about leaving the past in the past. Has he said a lot to you guys specifically about that?
Yeah, of course. I'm sure you guys heard it, the whole interview. Last year was last year, and whole new team, creates, a lot of different roles and a lot of different team assets. And I think that's just exemplified between this year and last year for sure.
What do you see as the biggest strength coming out of the fall?
I think leadership as a whole. I think morale is good too. This is a group of guys who we love to compete. There's no flat energy out there. Everyone's ready to go every day.
So starting the season off against Texas, how excited does it get you guys, and just also make you have to be ready earlier?
Oh yeah, you always want to be ready. I think the guys in the locker room, we would go play tomorrow and a sandlot somewhere if we could. But this team is ready. Playing a team like Texas is going to be a good test early, and I feel like we are prepared for that challenge.
You watched it prior to last season from afar, and then up close last season. The difference in this team with Gunnar and without Gunnar.
Yeah, Gunnar's getting back in the swing of things. Getting ready to throw live at bats to us, and I'm ready to get my first taste of Gunnar myself too. But having Gunnar on the field is definitely a different change. A guy who's been in the fire often, and that and his track record speaks for itself.
What are some of the things that you worked on from last year to this year that you felt like you've gotten better?
I would say for me it was more about getting healthy. So I was healthy, but I wanted to put on some more weight. Last year I got a little bit light towards the end of the season, and my body started to hurt a little bit. But so for me it was more about getting stronger in the weight room and busting my butt on that end for sure.
Collectively as a team, what do you guys need to do between now and the 15th to be ready?
I think we need to keep going every day. I think we need to not look up for opening day. I think a certain aspect of this group that makes us so special is that we're willing to do anything to be prepared. And if that means we got to go climb through sand tomorrow, to be ready, we'll do that. So for us, it's always the next day mentality, not necessarily looking too far in the future.
You talked about getting stronger. How much has the administration's ability to add money from a nutritional standpoint, how has that impacted not only yourself but the team?
That's been absolutely huge. It's also been really nice to my wallet too. I can speak for all of the players in the locker room that's been really big for us. And we're really appreciative. But that's the way we've all worked it with the nutritionist that we now have on staff. We're fully supplied to do whatever we need to do on the field for sure from a nutritional standpoint.
Through the fall and limited spring time you guys have had, what's your biggest takeaway about the makeup and character of this team?
My favorite takeaway is that what you said?
Yeah, your biggest takeaway from what you see this team as.
Maturity. I'd say we know what we want to do. We go out every day with the mindset of winning, not necessarily just to get by. This is a group that is really detail oriented, and that's going to pay for us in the future.
What are the things you learned last year as a freshman from a coach now going into his 25th season?
I think it's it's also important for me to now carry on the younger guys who are also beneath me at the same time, because I know what it's like to be in those shoes. Always having someone that escorts you along, you know, whether it be on the field or, you know, at practice, or maybe it's in the library studying at night or something. I feel like being the role model for the younger guys, and just doing things right. That's, you know, not everything. Leadership isn't always something that you have to speak on. You know, a lot of times it's just doing. So.
Is there wisdom that Tony, as a coach, imparted on you that maybe you hadn't heard before?
So yeah, of course, definitely. You know, step into this role, we've had some more conversations about, you know, making sure, you know, there's more of a focus on me making sure I'm doing things right, and which I wouldn't expect to have it any other way. But those are more of the conversations that take place. But other than that, not much too different.
How much does it help having your dad having played, being around that, really growing up?
Yeah, it's been very nice. My dad's been a role model for me my entire life. He's never forced me into playing sports or playing baseball, but you know, he was always a guy I can always ask questions about anything, and he's really taught me to be a man. You know, Coach Rope talks about becoming a man so often in this day and age, and I really attribute my dad to being that for me in my life.
What are some of your personal goals for this season?
I want to do my job to help us win. You know, whether that be you know, playing defense or playing short or whatever I got to do for us to win. That's my goal.
All right, guys, we're gonna move in gunner now.
Thank you, guys.